All right, welcome back to Wholesome Financials Podcast. My name is Austin.
Susie.
All right, and we're talking about we have a particular client that did not understand why he got denied business funding. And it was one simple thing.
Was literally one simple thing. And I guess the company he was working with that was helping him do like 0% business funding, like credit card stacking, failed to tell him. Like, I feel like this needs to be talked about a little bit more because people are being lied to.
Yeah, let's go over this way a little bit. There you go. Yeah, people are 100% being lied to. Like, and this is the thing. Like, most funding companies and stacking companies, they're going to, like, most of them are not going to give you the data points and walk you through how to get funding. They're not going to teach you the steps to get approved and get these major approvals because they want you to keep coming back for multiple rounds of funding.
Right.
And so that makes sense. So there's a lot of misinformation and ignorance out there.
Yep.
But this is something that we talk about in our videos multiple times, but people just don't know, especially if you go to like a done for you service.
Yeah. So he had no idea why he kept getting denied. Yeah. So we're going to talk about it. So if you're in the same position, listen up because this is probably why you're getting denied and this is how to fix it. Yeah. Let's talk about the solution as well.
So full context, there's a client that we were talking to, a potential client. He went to another company similar to ours that said, hey, we'll get you funding, high limit credit cards, credit card stacking, whole nine. And so he went and they applied for Chase and then he got denied. And so he was completely confused why he got denied. Reached out to us. We said, hey, let's take a look at your credit profile, your report, your LLC. Like, we'll see if any red flags pop up. I'll let you know exactly what's going on. And so we took a look at everything, but we didn't even make it to LLC because after we looked at the credit profile, I'm like, there's something obvious here that why you didn't get credit. And he was confused.
Yeah. So I looked at this credit report and off the bat, like I could tell that he had a collection.
Mm-hmm. Not just one.
Yeah, he had two, right? And we're going to keep names off the video so we don't expose anybody. But he had two collections and it wouldn't be such a problem if they were maybe from like 7, 8, 10 years ago, right? Because it happens, you know? But these collections were literally like 8 months, maybe tops 1 year, okay?
Yeah.
Which that tremendously hurts your credit report.
Yeah.
Like a year, even up to 2 years of a collection within, like the last 2 years, that is very hurtful.
Yeah.
And not only one, but two.
Yeah. And
so I immediately, I didn't even keep looking because I already knew that was the reason why he got denied. And so I went back to tell him, and his response back was, are you sure?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've had that on my credit. Yeah. And I said, hey, 6, 8 months is still very fresh, right? Yeah. So I had to educate him, right? I had to let him know, hey, if these collections were, 5, 6, 7 years back, maybe we could push the envelope and maybe Chase or B of A or Amex would, turn a blind eye and approve you. But this is too fresh. Yeah. And I'm so sorry the credit card stacking company you were working with failed to tell you that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of these companies, what they'll do is they'll just shotgun. And they're just like, hey, we know this is a Hail Mary. Yeah. Hey, but if he gets approved, we get paid. You know what I mean? And but then that creates a mistrust between the client because now he's skeptical about whether or not this thing works. And it's no, this legit 100% works. But you weren't informed. You're thinking that you're ready when indeed you're not. So I let him know. And I told him, hey, honestly, the best thing for you to do right now is to work on credit repair. Yeah. I don't think he liked that very much because he didn't respond back. Yeah. But that's okay because I felt like I did our job, what we needed to do, and inform him, educate him. Yep. And then if he wants to, take the next step forward and start credit repair with anybody, I don't care who he starts. That's literally the only thing that he has to do. Yeah. Right. And I told him, I was like, hey, you should probably stop applying. Don't keep wasting inquiries. You're going to keep getting denied. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? So guys, if you're in that position right now, and you're wondering hey, my LLC is stacked my name's beautiful. I have a business address. Like, I have all these things, but like I keep getting denied. I don't understand why. Take a look. Do you have any late payments? Do you have any collections? Do you have any charge-offs? Are they recent? Within the last year? Within the last 2 years? If the answer is yes, that right there is the reason why you're getting denied.
100%.
You know what I mean? So you shouldn't be focusing on, hey, let me apply, let me jump from the next credit card stacking to the next. Maybe they don't know what they're doing. Maybe they don't have the right connections. It's not about that. It's about the credit report.
Yeah.
So if that's you and you need help with your credit, hit us up. We have a DIY credit repair software that literally does all the credit repair for you.
And we also have partners that have done for you services.
Yeah. So whatever journey you're on, you want done for you. You want nothing to do with the credit repair. We got you. If you want to do it yourself, that's fine. We have a software. We'll link it below.
Yep.
Wholesome Credit DIY. All you got to do is pay for the credit report, which is what, $30, like all these companies charge you to view all three credit reports. Connect it, and the software literally will do the credit repair for you. It will send out the letters on your behalf. It will do everything. All you got to do is click a button and send it off.
Yeah. 100%. I was going to say, before you brought up the credit repair, I wanted to comment on the collections on his credit report, and him. And you mentioned something great where you said, hey, let's make sure you don't just move on to the next bank or try to go to the next institution. Something to keep in mind. Not all of these institutions are created equal.
Yeah, that's true.
All these lenders are different. And so if you're going to go to Chase, is a big dog. Chase has a lot of money. They have a lot of real estate. They have a big, large footprint. And so it's great going to those banks like BOA and Wells Fargo because they're very similar. But the bigger the bank, the more established the bank, the more strict and the tighter rules that they have. And so when you're going to these major banks, you have to make sure that your credit profile is as clean, squeaky clean as possible, because they have the liberty to pick the best of the best. And small private lenders do too. Yeah. But the difference with these major institutions is that because they have the higher limits, that's more attractive. They have more funds available. Yeah. That's why they're going to be, and they have more manpower to make sure that they scrutinize over different over different accounts and profiles. And so that's another big reason why you want to make sure you have no negatives or collections when you're going to these institutions, because they're looking, as they should, because they're the top dogs. They're the top dog financial institutions for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, could there be a unicorn out there that maybe got approved with a collection within the last 6 months? Perhaps. Is that the common theme? No.
Yeah.
You cannot expect that to be like the norm. Maybe it slipped through the cracks. Somebody got it and they think everybody could do it. Like I've seen it time and time again. People will get denied because of this, especially like you said with these top dog institutions like Chase. But yeah, just wanted to throw that out there and just inform people, because a lot of people just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So now that you know.
100%. So if you're going to apply for business credit cards or any potential loan product that's not revenue based, that's going to involve your personal credit or your FICO score, make sure you remove all the negatives. And if you're confused of why you might not be getting qualified or approved, I'll tell you right now, the first thing you should look at is making sure all those negatives are knocked off and wiped off, because banks, they go deep. They go deep and they
like looking deep. Especially 2025, like things have gotten a little bit tighter.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago, a little bit more lenient. I'll let it slide. 2025, economy, new president, just tightening up. Yeah. You want to make sure you're on the right side of the fence, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So we appreciate you guys sticking around in this video. Again, if you need any help, you can find all the links for all of our products in our website, wholesomefinancials.com. You can find that in the description below. Just show us, give us your thoughts. Give us your reply. Go ahead and put it in the comment section. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Later.
Peace.